Hey, what do you know? It's Joe DeBow. Hey guys, just going to show you here. I've got a Poncirus trifoliate. It's a orange. It's a hardy orange, which can live in Canada. Um, they say that it's good till about minus 18, minus 20. It's been a lot colder than this last year. We had something called the polar vortex, and the tree lived. I actually picked this fresh off of a tree in Niagara Falls itself. Smells wonderful. I mean, it smells really neat. You can make marmalade out of it and things. Might be a little sour for you to eat, but you can make orange juice with it. You just add some sugar to it, no problem. So, here's what we're gonna do. I've only got one orange, so I'm going to be very careful here, but I'm going to just sort of go around and start cutting it open because I want to try to get the seeds out. What I'm going to do after I get the seeds out is I have a little greenhouse. It's a little heated greenhouse. It's just got a heating pad on it. Keeps it fairly warm. Right now it's keeping it about 21, 22 degrees. And then I guess that will help the seeds germinate. I've got I've got hundreds of bamboo in there right now, so we'll see how that goes. I do sell my things online. Anyways, just wanted to show you this. So, ooh, look at that. That's a lot of seeds, eh? So, now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to empty off all these seeds here for you. Try to get these out here. So you can see that you can eat these, but you're going to have an awfully hard time eating these, aren't you? Because it's all seeds. Look at that. Tons and tons and tons and tons of seeds. That's a beautiful thing. That's something neat, that when you get all these seeds. Sometimes you get one or two seeds. Sometimes you kind of hit the jackpot and you get tons. Such as this one. Oop, there's a squirt of juice, which is a good thing. Anyways, having these oranges on your tree, especially when you live up north, somewhere like Niagara-on-the-Lake, for instance, it's really neat to have people come over, especially people who live down in the south, and they say, "Oh my God, you have something tropical." People who've never been south, who've always, say, lived in Canada or been up north, northern states and things, they come over to your house and they say, "What is that growing there?" And you say, "That is an orange." So, here we go. I think just for aesthetics for the video there, I'm going to keep that like that. So now you can see that we've got tons and tons of seeds. I'll bring it up just a little bit so you can see them. Thing is, they all have a shell on them. And in order for the seeds to germinate, let me just wipe this off with a cloth real quick. In order for these to germinate, the outer shell is going to have to rot off. Well, that's not really acceptable because that's going to take a long time. And generally the seeds are going to dry out. With hardy orange trees, you don't have long. You have to plant them when they're fresh because if they dry out, there's almost a 0% chance that they're going to germinate. So here we are. You can see that I'm slowly peeling off the skin here. Sorry, I know it's not the best quality, but at least you're getting the idea. Yeah, this is wonderful. You can buy seeds online. I have actually tried growing from seeds, and I have never, ever been successful. Any of the seeds that I bought were either from China or Thailand or somewhere like that, and they were dried out. And no matter how many ways I tried, no matter how many instructions I followed, they never grew. And I was sitting here thinking, well, this is weird. Why are my plants not growing? Like, why are the seeds just rotting in the ground? I'm doing everything possible. I'm underwatering, overwatering, watering the right amount, trying in soil, trying in plastic bags, trying in paper towel and paper and everything. Nothing was working. And why? Just because no matter what anybody says, and I mean, I love plants. I'm not going to call myself the king of hardy plants, but I certainly pay attention to what goes on when it comes to germination. If you buy seeds that are dried out from this particular species, they will not, absolutely will not germinate. So here we are. It's a fresh seed. Pancyrus foliate. I'm not going to even admit to being good at Latin or anything, but basically hardy orange. There you go. That's the seed. What you're going to do next is, now I'm just going to show you just an idea. Like I have these little trays, these little things like this. This is actually a coffee bean, and I said, okay, I'd seen a coffee plant actually in Montreal, Canada, Montreal, Ontario, or Montreal, Quebec rather. So, and it had a coffee on it. And I said I want to try to grow that. So what I did is I picked it, put it in soil, boom, grew. Now I've got the warm greenhouse. My family's going to kill me, by the way, for saying Montreal, Ontario, because my family is French, of course, right? There's not really any way of getting out of that other than saying, yeah, love you all. Sorry, my bad. Sometimes when you talk a lot, you just don't pay a lot of attention to what you're saying, so I think that's what happened. Anyways, here's the seeds. Stick them in some soil like this, put them on a heating pad, keep them moist, but not soaked. Best thing to grow them in is cactus soil. It's cheap. I just got a ton of it for next to nothing, basically. I got these giant bags for $1 each. So grow it in that. That's my best suggestion to you. You can always add a little perlite, vermiculite, and peat moss later on. Don't ever use blacktop soil from like just flat black soil. Don't ever buy those bags. They're $1. Not going to tell you which stores particular you can buy them from. Reason why is because those are full of seeds and chemicals, and they're full of moss. And you will also find out that you're going to have a lot of mushrooms growing from them. So just use a good cactus soil. It's going to be tons of nutrients, very good for your plants. Vermiculates cost nothing. Peat moss costs nothing, and you just got to have a place to store the peat moss. Anyways, so that's the way it goes. That's not what the plant will look like, but the stem will be exactly the same. This is just for an idea of how to plant it. Anyways, enjoy your hardy oranges. There we go. Thanks for watching. I'm not even sure how many seeds we got there. If you want to count them, go right ahead. But yep, there you go. Remember to peel the shell. Plant them right away. Do not let them dry out. And do not buy them if they're dried out. Thanks for watching, guys.